So far, by my count, we have the DCU, the DCEU, and the DCAU, which I have a lot of great movies, and some are sorry, shitty animated movies. But it is this one, it is the third one I wish to talk to you all about. But before I begin, a little segue here. I just ordered a fillet of fish. You get buy one, get one for $1. I have really found the future of packaging, right? It used to be those little flimsy cardboard boxes. Actually, when I was a kid, we used to have styrofoam, like styrofoam box containers for chicken nuggets, Big Macs, quarter pounders. Which other one was it? McArch, where the Arch Deluxe, where you'd slam the lettuce on top of the patty. Styrofoam, and then McDonald's wanted to do that whole recycle, reuse campaign. We'll make old new. I still remember that commercial. Recycle, reduce, reuse. We'll make old new. And so they made these new like pods. I think this is the future of packaging for all your chicken nuggets and your Big Macs and fillet of fish. And I had to go to McDonald's, but that we had there was a Carl's Jr. nearby my house, maybe about half a mile away, and there was a big old kitchen fire. Luckily, most of Carl's Jr. is safe, but the back of the building had to be boarded up badly. Somebody fucked up that kitchen. I hope it's not that cute manager I kind of like. She's really nice, but she has a couple of kids. I really hope she didn't fuck up. What do you think is going to happen if Carl's Jr. runs out of kitchens? It's going to turn into a mechanical computer kiosk.
Enjoy your extra big-ass fries.
You didn't give me no fries. I got an empty box.
Would you like another? Extra big-ass fries.
I said I didn't get any.
Has been charged. Your balance is 0. Please
What?
come back when you can afford to
Oh,
make
no,
a purchase.
no.
I'm sorry you're
Come
having trouble.
on. My
I'm
kids
sorry
are
you're having
starving.
This should help you calm down. Please come back when you can afford to make a purchase. Your kids are starving. Carl's Jr. believes no child should go hungry. You are an unfit mother and will be placed in the custody of Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. Fuck you. I'm eating. Taco. Now with more. I'll eat you.
Now, we're going to a couple of things. We're going to look at some charts and graphs here. Now, as many of you know, I posted in my community that I was not going to review the latest, was it Warworld? Justice League Warworld? Fuck it. I saw a couple of reviews. I was not happy with it. I don't have money to spend like crazy. So I'm going to put my money somewhere else. It's not even on hard DVD anyway. I could purchase it for $19.99, but it's not even worth a damn. I mean, there's better things. I mean, they did the whole thing with Diana Prince being in the Old West. Didn't they do that in the animated series where they time traveled in Justice League Unlimited? I could have sworn they did that already. These are for 2014, so I'm going to go really quick with these. Selling over, so this one is this was from 2014. And this one I think is Batman and his son of Batman, right? I love this one. This was like a traditional Batman and Robin story. And this one sold 1.3 million units. This one here is just Justice League War. I think this was the new 52, and 115,000 in its first week and 225,000 in the first month of release. Let's see, week ending, pushed it over Justice League, assuming nearly 400,000 physical units sold since hitting shelves despite a soft reaction from the fans and critics. It wasn't popular to me, but it was setting up Darkseid. And then we got Son of Batman. The title moved 165,000. So what was the first one? Okay, it's just okay. So this one did 165,000 and 250,000. Yeah. So May 2014 sales. Then we get to Assault on Arkham, Batman Assault on Arkham. That one sold 405,000 units since its release in early August 2014. The title moved 130,000 units for the week ending August 17, 2014. So they sold a lot. I mean, these units move up to 200,000. Like Son of Batman, Batman Assault on Arkham remains prominently placed on store shelves and displays as part of the ongoing Batman 75 promotions. However, unlike Son of Batman Justice League War, sales between the DVD and Blu-ray editions are clearly in favor of Blu-ray, with the high-definition format accounting for over 60% of physical home video sales. I think Christopher Nolan said that Blu-ray was the way. The problem is that even if that's true, I don't know if I want to get a whole new set of discs just to get movies. I would have to get a Blu-ray player. I'm still sticking to my DVD. I don't know. It's just me. It's worth knowing that Warner Brothers started selling legal downloads. So they have to, the units do not account for those digital sales. Please note that the sales do not take into account rental numbers, on-demand numbers, or legal downloads. So this is, I mean, they didn't really account for this stuff. Maybe that's part of the reason why the strike is happening. So I'll show you another thing here. So it seems, okay, here it is. This is a Reddit post. This was made 2 years ago. Are DC animated movies profitable enough to continue making them? This is a personal query. I love the movies and hope they keep making them, but I've always wondered how they're able to continue to churn them out. Is it more for the long-term resale value, HBO Max filler, or do they really turn a profit for each release, or something else, merch sales in parentheses? WBA does the same with Scooby-Doo, so I'm assuming they have a pretty cheap production pipeline, but if anyone has any insight, would love to hear about it. So this is archived. Let's see here. This is the best answer that I got. Let's see. The DC animated movie universe alone, from Flashpoint Paradox all the way to Apocalypse War, is earned $67.9 million from DVD sales, not with Blu-ray or digital sales or streaming, just DVD. Their budgets are on average roughly $2 million each. They make a lot of money. Let me see the reply here. This makes me happy. So it seems that, now keep in mind, if he's talking about just the Flash, now I remember Flashpoint Paradox, and I remember that Suicide Squad, what is it, Pay to Win? What was that one? It was the second one with Vanessa Williams as, what is it? She was Amanda Waller. Because what else is she going to play? She's playing the Queen there, Amanda Waller. So Suicide Squad Hell to Pay, that's what it was. It was the sequel to Flashpoint Paradox, in which Professor Zoom was like had a hole in his head, and then he had to go and fight the Suicide Squad. And you had the New 52 characters. And this was after... so what happened was the Flashpoint Paradox was a result of the new Justice League animated universe, where Tim Daly was Superman for a little bit, and then I think his son Sam Daly was Superman, and you had Nathan Fillion as Hal Jordan, and this is not including Batman Ninja. The first Justice League animated movie was, what is it? After Batman. What is it? After the 6-part Batman story that came out during 2005, it was, I think it was called Gotham Knights, and then it was called Justice League: A New Frontier, when it was called DC: A New Frontier. I think Darwin Cook wrote that one, and that was called Justice League: A New Frontier. So we're not taking into account the Elseworlds or, like the Green Lantern animated series that Bruce Timm made. There were different cartoons that came out, and a lot of them did well and some of them didn't. You had so many different ones, but The Flash, there were 3 different ones, okay? You had the ones before the Flashpoint Paradox. You had, Justice League the Atlantis one with Aquaman. You had different ones. And then after that, you had the New 52 style animated series. And then after Justice League Dark Apocalypse War became the Tomorrowverse, which was Superman, the Man of Tomorrow, Jensen Ackles as Batman, and then this current one, Justice League Warworld. So at this point now, what's happening is that I'm seeing reviews for this, and they're not good. Now, what I was hoping was I've said this before, so I'm not going to repeat myself that much. I was hoping for a Superman the Authority recreation in animated form. Now, the animation itself, I'll say, does not look bad. It's passable. It's above average. It's hard for me to picture Jensen Ackles as Batman because you have a lantern-jawed Batman, Bruce Wayne, that talks like Dean from Supernatural. So it's hard for me to wrap my brain around it. I suppose if you were to have Jensen Ackles do the voice of the 2004 Batman, the Reno Romano one, that would have worked better. But this is what we got. So the setup is that Superman is Clark Kent in a 1950s Adventures of Superman style universe. You have Diana Prince in the Old West again after Susan Eisenberg did one version with Jonah Hex and Batman Beyond. And then you have Batman in the sort of a post-apocalyptic Earth or prehistoric Earth. And I guess it's Mongol putting them in trials or whatever. I don't know what this was. And I heard that Mongol was at the very end of this. So there, an hour and 29 minutes, it may seem like it's a lot of movie, but it wasn't. It didn't. People were complaining about this. I said, well, I'm not going to buy this and not be happy because I have to spend $20. I spent like $20 on the Justice League 2 Wonder Woman movie where they were killing the Nazis. There's nothing wrong with pitting the Nazis as bad guys. But the problem is you could have shitty writers who don't know how to write complex bad guys. And they'll say, okay, just put in Nazis. That's the easiest thing. Or put like quasi-Klansmen with red pointed hoods and shit. And then everybody kills all the Klansmen and sets them on fire. Yeah, we did it. Like, okay, we're not 5 years old. All right. So I would like some movie type complexity. And I felt like we got some of that with the original. We definitely got that with the first batch. Everything before the Flashpoint Paradox, the animated movies, whether they were Elseworlds or not, I felt like we were getting quality. With the New 52, the quality had dipped, but I loved the Wonder Woman Bloodlines movie. And I felt that movie with Rosario Dawson as the voice of Wonder Woman was a far better sequel of sorts instead of Wonder Woman 84. And then once we got to the Tomorrowverse, that's when things started to slip and slide. Because you had Martian Manhunter, you had Lobo in that movie. I had not seen it. The only saving grace might be the Batman Long Halloween, but because the book was good. The book was very good anyway. So where is this happening? So now I say all this because guess what happened? Watchmen and Crisis, actually it's called Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths animated movies are announced. I guess they're supposed to come out next year. I guess it's 2024. I do not know. Crisis on Infinite Earths, Iconic Stories, Save the Universe. 85. I remember 85. I think my sister collected all those. I have maybe a couple of them. And that's where we are right now. I'm going to say that it's kind of bullshit. I predict this is going to go shitty too. Why? Because there's been so many changes. There's been how many universes now? Not counting the Elseworlds stuff. Because I would say that the Elseworlds, whether it's Assault on Arkham, whether it's Batman Ninja, whether it's Justice League New Frontier, or anything else that is not necessarily falling in, they try to fit these into a continuity, right? I'm assuming that the one where Brainiac steals all the cities and Stana Katic played Lois Lane, I think that's part of the pre-52. I don't know about the Death of Superman animated movie that was out a long time ago. Not the second one, but the first one. Because that's the one I think where Adam Baldwin did the voice. I think it was trying to fit into the whole original animated series, but it ended up being its own thing. So it wasn't part of the animated. I know that Brainiac Attacks was like the last traditional Superman episode where Superman did not tell Lois the secret, or he tried to, but whatever. Yeah, it's a mess. So the DCEU is dead. We got 2 movies left. Aquaman may still air at Christmas. They may not. Blue Beetle's coming out. I'm going to go see it. I know it's going to suck, but I'm going to go see it anyway. I want to finish this off. DCU, I don't care. I made a promise to somebody on TikTok. I'm not going to see it on opening day. I'll wait till the home release. And if it's anything like Justice League Warworld, I'm done with it. Okay? And the DCAU, I'm probably done with that too, unless they can really fix this. I doubt that this crisis is going to fix anything. The purpose of this is to and keep in mind that a lot of people talked about this in the 90s. The Crisis on Infinite Earths did not erase the Silver Age history. The Silver Age Superman was still the Silver Age Superman. John Byrne's Superman and Frank Miller's Year One Batman came out of like Thanos snap. They came out of nowhere because it was just rebooting. There was no formal introduction. You don't see John Byrne's Superman at the end of Crisis. That's just a new series, right? Wally West would take over for Barry Allen. So they try to fit that into continuity somehow. But the continuity was all over the place. Robin got, old, like he became from a boy to a teenager, like really quick. You had Batman The New Adventures, while Detective Comics in the 80s continued the Silver Age Batman stories up until they had to like shift everything over for the modern age Batman. Basically, I think it was Jim Aparo. Other people were doing pencils and everything and writing. So it had been a mess. I know how the John Byrne 80s Superman era went. The first time we saw Lex Luthor as a businessman, that was John Byrne doing all that. And between him and Marv Wolfman, Jerry Ordway, everybody doing those, I mean, it was just a reboot. It was not necessarily the crisis. This one could change and make a whole new universe. And we see now the planned characters at the end of Crisis. Like, okay, this is Universe 4. If the original animated universe from the 2000s to the 2010s was the Universe 1, and everything after Flashpoint was Universe 2, was the New 52, and then everything after Justice League Apocalypse Dark War, or Dark Apocalypse War, was Universe 3, right? Everything after Apocalypse War was Universe 3. Then after this is Universe 4. So it's like going through these Marvel phases, which is kind of organized, but the quality has dipped. And don't talk to me about that Injustice movie. Injustice was shit. I'm going to predict that this one's going to be shit. I told you Injustice would be shit in a previous video a couple of years ago. I was right. I told you months ago that Justice League Warworld might be shit. I was right about that too. How about this one? Is this going to be shit? What's going to be your feeling on these movies, on these animated movies, once the light goes out? If you like this video, you know what to do.